continue to diminish his powers of thought. We'll find out what's what and let you know. I say. Great to meet you. It will take us some time to sort it all out, but this is a start. Hannah, my senior resident, gives me a nod, signaling that it's time to move on to the next patient. Hello there. I'm Dr. Ropper. I'm one of the neurologists, and you've met Hannah Ross, our chief resident. Do you mind if we visit with you? His name is Gary, and he is one unhappy customer. He is 32 years old and has spent more time in hospitals than he cares to recall. How are you doing? I ask. I can function. Gary replies listlessly, but not to design specifications. Interesting phrase. Where did you get that from? Gene Roddenberry. It fits. Gary is a computer programmer who has so immersed himself in Star Trek that he knows the starship design specifications by heart. He has the body of a Buddha, the eyes of a koala, and an air of resignation that is probably his baseline. He might as well be wearing a t-shirt emblazoned with the motto, "It is what it is." He has had epilepsy since childhood, culminating in the surgical removal of part of his brain when he was 17 years old. A U-shaped scar stands out prominently on the left side of his close-cropped scalp. He has enough experience with his condition to know when he needs to go to the hospital, although he would rather not go. When he does, he most definitely does not want to be admitted, but Hannah has admitted him anyway, and there is a lingering animus on his part. I understand you had several events yesterday, Hannah says. A lot of seizures? Well, not many for me. What's considered many? It all depends on how many is many for you. I was under the impression that you did have many for you in a row. Is that not true? No. Even when I have clusters, it's probably 4 or 5. Is that what you had yesterday, 4 or 5? Well, that's not what brought me to the hospital, if that's what you're getting at. Gary is in a mood. So I'm happy to let Hannah carry the ball. This is her ward. These are her patients. I am the attending physician, and while I took the lead with Dr. Vandermeer in deference to his stature, I now take up a position at the foot of the bed and watch. That is what I'm getting at. Hannah continues in a sing-song tone, as if trying to engage a curious child. So what brought you to the hospital today? A pause. Gary seems less bothered by Hannah's tone than by her question. It was late in the afternoon. He replies with mock sarcasm. I had a really bad headache and I was feeling very tired. I was clumsy and I couldn't stand up straight and my hands were vibrating. And that's not what usually happens with your seizures? Well, I don't get so much warning with the seizures, although some days I can tell if I'm walking up to the edge of a seizure, but it doesn't always lead to a seizure. Sometimes it leads to a lot of seizures, sometimes nothing. How many seizures do you usually have in a given day? There is no usual. I can go as long as 5 days without any seizures at all. Hannah's directed line of inquiry seems to have snared his attention. He is clearly not used to having anyone take such a keen interest in his troubles. And what's your usual when you do have them? She asks. My record is 84 seizures in a day. Is that typical? There is no rhyme or reason to it. Some days I have none, some days I have a lot. But say, in the course of a month. You keep wanting me to do that. You keep wanting me to put some pattern to it. Believe me, I wish I could put a pattern to it. Would you like to see my seizure log? That won't be necessary. I'm staying out of it. Hannah is firm, yet restrained and unflustered. Gary is exasperated to the point of annoyance, almost anger, without the emotional edge to attain real anger. He acts besieged, yet lacks the reserves of panic that fuel true paranoia. It's as though he has programmed himself to be confrontational, but the confrontational part of his brain is so compromised that he can't run the code. Hannah presses on. What I really want to understand is whether you ever have a month without seizures. A month? No. I'm lucky if I go a week. And then when they come, you can have one or